shape of a fez. 24 units at most, Kate guessed, and none of that almost palpable sleaziness of the sex-for-an-hour motels. To her knowledge, the Casbah Motel was not among the division's hotspots. Apparently, the parking lot on the hill served the motel, the cafe, and the Nightwood Bar. Kate ducked under the yellow tape and walked up the steep hill, pressing her slick-soled shoes firmly into the rough asphalt for better traction, grinning at Taylor's wheezes of exertion. A coffee-brown frame building with a roof of black-brown shingles was separated from the parking lot by an expanse of brilliant white ornamental rock. Clusters of low fir trees grew out of the crushed rock, vivid green against their background. The lone front window was lit with neon letters in lavender script, the Nightwood Bar. "Weird," Taylor commented, "but nice and neat." The parking lot, containing perhaps a dozen or so vehicles on its motel side, extended back and behind the Nightwood Bar, a section of the lot not visible from where Kate stood. Several dozen spectators, presumably patrons of the hillside businesses, were clustered across from this section on the motel side, behind another barricade of yellow police tape. Kate rounded the far corner of the dark wood building and stopped. Like any other crime scene, the area had been cordoned off. Less typically, there was no designated pathway to the corpse, a figure in white at which Kate cast only a gauging glance. An asphalt parking lot did not present the same problems of scene preservation as a vacant lot or a public street, but, Kate thought disapprovingly, precautions were no less vital. Stepping to the edge of the waist-high yellow tape stretching from the corner of the Nightwood Bar to the Casbah Motel, she evaluated the area. The crime scene was a rectangle accessible from only two sides, the parking lot and the back door of the Nightwood Bar. The parking lot was separated from the heavily wooded hillside by a high redwood fence along its side and outer perimeter. Within the rectangle were three objects: a trash dumpster, a beige Volkswagen van of 60s vintage with its side door slid back, and the white-clad corpse. "Sergeant Hanson?" Kate called to the knot of police officers gathered around the back door of the Nightwood Bar. The stolid Hanson nodded to Kate and Taylor and made his way over. "I want a path," she gestured, diagonal from that end. He nodded again. "We waited to see what you and Ed wanted, Kate. The bar owner found the victim. Deems and Foster took the call. I looked at her. Then we sealed it all off." "Good work, Fred. Excellent." As the team supervisor, she was pleased to have an apparently intact crime scene, and pleased she had not begun this investigation with criticism, even if Hanson's history of misconceived police procedure warranted such criticism. Hanson looked at his clipboard. "We don't have much yet. The victim is Dory Quillin." He spelled both names. 21, the bar owner says. "Doesn't look it, though. She looks—" Hanson's voice seemed higher-pitched than usual, and Kate glanced up from her notebook. His eyes were focused on a spot somewhere over her shoulder. He said, "I don't know, Christ, she looks like she's just a kid." The usually dour Hanson had been involved with innumerable investigations of deaths of young victims. Obviously, something about this homicide had touched him under the toughened defenses of his 14 years in police work. She knew he did not welcome this vulnerability any more than she would. She said briskly, "So what else have we got?" Hanson again looked down at his clipboard. "Crushed left temple." His voice strengthened. "Baseball bat, it's at the scene. Aluminum." "Recent?" Taylor had not looked up from his notebook. "An hour at the very outside, from the look of her. And she just returned from playing baseball. She—" Hanson broke off. Taylor said impatiently, "So? We got suspects? Witnesses?" Again, Hanson's eyes focused on the spot beyond Kate's shoulder. "Lots of possible witnesses, all of them women, all of them patrons of this bar, Ed." He waited.